The Silent Saboteur, how hidden salt whispers away your heart health. Ever found yourself feeling a little heavy, maybe a touch sluggish, even when you haven't done much? Or perhaps you glance down at your ankles at the end of the day and they seem a bit puffy, almost swollen. It's a frustrating feeling, isn't it? You might even think you're eating quite well. Perhaps you stopped reaching for the salt shaker on the dinner table years ago, consciously trying to be healthier. But here's a little secret, something many of us don't realize. You don't even need to touch that shaker to be dangerously over your daily salt limit. It's incredibly sneaky, a true hidden saboteur. Many foods we truly believe are fine, even healthy choices we've enjoyed our entire lives, are quietly brimming with sodium. They're working against your heart, silently, like a persistent drip that slowly fills a bucket until it overflows. Day in and day out, this hidden salt builds up, creating trouble without you even realizing what's happening. You deserve to wake up feeling strong, full of energy, and completely confident about your heart health, without these silent worries nagging at you. Today, my friend, we're going on a little detective mission. We're going to dive deep, really deep, into the 5 worst salty offenders, those sly culprits that become especially tricky after 60. We'll expose where they hide, and then, the best part, I'll share 5 simple, clever swaps that are not just kind to your heart, but genuinely delicious and wonderfully easy to weave into your daily life. This isn't about deprivation or bland food. It's about making smart, joyful choices that bring you more vitality, more comfort, and peace of mind. We're going to uncover these hidden salt traps together and arm you with the tools to take back control, so your heart can keep beating strong, steady, and joyful for all the years to come. Why salt's story changes as we grow wiser. Your heart's silent plea. Let's talk openly for a moment about how our amazing bodies work. We all know that as the years gently roll by, our bodies aren't quite the bustling, tireless machines they were when we were in our 20s, right? And honestly, that's perfectly okay. It's a natural part of life's journey. But there's one significant shift, a quiet change that many of us simply don't consider: how your body handles salt. Think of your kidneys, those incredible diligent filters working away every second. When we're younger, they're like super efficient sorting machines, quickly ushering out any excess salt. But as we gather more wisdom and years, they start to slow down a little, just like an old car engine that needs a bit more coaxing. They simply don't filter out that extra sodium from your system as easily or quickly as they once did. So what happens then? This lingering extra salt, instead of being flushed away, starts to pull water into your bloodstream. Imagine a small, peaceful river suddenly trying to carry twice its usual volume of water. The banks begin to strain, the current pushes harder, and the pressure builds, right? That's a powerful picture of what happens inside your veins and arteries. This increased fluid raises your blood pressure, placing an enormous, constant, relentless strain on your heart and all those vital arteries, the intricate network carrying precious blood to every corner of your body. It's like asking your heart to constantly run a demanding marathon, day in and day out, without a break. Over time, that kind of relentless pressure can silently lead to some very serious issues. Now, this isn't about dramatically cutting out every speck of salt from your life. That's just not realistic or necessary, and frankly, who wants to eat bland food? Instead, it's about being truly smart, becoming a little detective who knows exactly where salt loves to hide, and then making conscious, kind choices to lighten the load on your diligent heart. Your heart is a marvel, working tirelessly for you every single day, keeping that steady rhythm going. Protecting that rhythm, giving it the ease it deserves, is precisely why we're having this chat. We want to savor every delicious bite of our food, but more importantly, we want to feel vibrantly good, stay energetic, and live a long, healthy life. Just a quick, gentle reminder, this conversation is friendly advice, not a doctor's consultation. Always, always have a chat with your own doctor about any diet changes, especially if you have heart conditions, kidney issues, or are taking medication. They know your specific, unique needs best, and your well-being is paramount. 3. The deceptive comfort, tinned soups and boxed broths, your heart's unexpected burden, and a savvy alternative. All right, my dear friend, let's pull back the curtain on our first big offender, a real wolf in sheep's clothing, that warm, inviting bowl of soup. Oh, the allure. You grab a trusty can or a convenient box, pop it open, heat it up, and boom, a quick lunch, an effortless dinner, a moment of comfort. It feels so utterly innocent, doesn't it? Like a wholesome, simple choice. But here's the stark, often shocking truth. Those tinned and boxed soups, even the ones parading as healthy or rich in vegetables, are often hidden salt bombs. They're like sodium minefields, just waiting to ambush your heart. Think about it. A single humble can of soup can easily pack in over half, sometimes even a full day's worth of your entire recommended sodium intake. And that's before you've added anything else to your plate or thought about other meals. Why so much? Well, the manufacturers pile in all that salt not just for taste, though it certainly makes it palatable, but primarily to preserve flavor and, crucially, to extend that shelf life. It's wonderfully convenient for them, but it's an absolute heavy burden for your heart. Your savvy alternative. Here's where you truly become a kitchen hero, reclaiming control. Instead of relying on store-bought, try making your own simple, nourishing broth. And no, you don't need a gourmet kitchen or fancy ingredients. A few chicken bones, you can often get these cheaply or save them, some vegetable scraps like onion skins, carrot ends, celery stalks, a few peppercorns, and plenty of water. Let it gently simmer on the stove for an hour or two, filling your home with the most wonderful aroma. Even better, toss everything into your slow cooker overnight. Then simply strain it, let it cool, and freeze it in handy portions. It's shockingly easy, tastes incredibly rich and satisfying, and the best part? You control every single gram of salt that goes in or doesn't go in. Imagine the peace of mind. Another clever choice. Look, we all have those days when time is short and you absolutely must grab something from the grocery store. On those occasions, always make it a habit to seek out labels that proudly declare low sodium or, even better, no salt added. That's your golden ticket. Then the real magic truly begins right there in your kitchen. Once you've got your low sodium base, you become the master chef. Boost the flavor yourself with a generous hand of dried herbs like thyme, a fragrant bay leaf, a sprinkle of garlic powder, not garlic salt, or a bright, zesty squeeze of fresh lemon juice right before serving. You're not just eating, you're crafting taste, tailored perfectly for your well-being, not for a factory's shelf life. Try. On your very next grocery trip, bypass your usual canned soup. Instead, pick up a box of unsalted vegetable broth. When you prepare it at home, add your own dried herbs like oregano and a tiny dash of black pepper. Really pay attention to how different it tastes when you are in charge of the seasoning. 4. The everyday deceiver, processed cold cuts and cured meats, your lunchbox liability, and a fresher path. All right, let's talk about another everyday culprit, one that often sneaks into our lunchboxes and onto our plates without a second thought. Those convenient deli slices, those processed cold cuts. Whether it's turkey, ham, or roast beef, they seem so quick, so easy, a perfectly innocent protein boost. But here's the truth that might just make your eyebrows rise. These meats are often surprisingly, alarmingly loaded with sodium. It's a bit of a shock, isn't it? We just think of them as simple, quick-fix proteins. The whole process of curing and preserving these meats, which makes them last longer in the store and gives them that distinct familiar taste, relies heavily, profoundly on salt. It's not just there for flavor. Salt is a powerful preservative, extending their shelf life far beyond fresh meat. But a few innocent slices piled onto your sandwich can easily add up to a quarter or even more of your entire daily sodium limit. And remember, that's before you even consider the cheese, the bread, or any condiments you might add. This category also stretches to other breakfast and lunch favorites many of us grew up with. The crispy bacon, the hearty sausages, the classic hot dogs. Every single one of them is processed with significant amounts of sodium, often far more than you'd ever guess. Your brilliant solution. Here's a wonderfully simple yet powerful way to take back control and enjoy truly fresh, flavorful protein. Once a week, roast a whole chicken breast or a small turkey tenderloin at home. It's minimal effort, truly. Just give it a light rub with a little olive oil and your favorite salt-free spices. Think smoked paprika for a smoky depth, fragrant rosemary, or a blend of garlic powder and onion powder. Bake it until it's perfectly cooked through, juicy and tender. Let it cool, then slice it thinly. This homemade fresh meat will last for days in the fridge, tastes absolutely incredible, real, and you know exactly what's in it. No hidden surprises for your heart. A second thoughtful choice. Broaden your horizons beyond poultry. Think about other fantastic fresh protein sources. A beautiful baked salmon fillet, perhaps? Or a grilled lean pork loin. Even a simple hard-boiled egg can be a delightful addition. You can flake the salmon into a salad, chop the pork for a wrap, or slice that egg for a hearty sandwich. These fresh proteins are naturally low in sodium, packed with good-for-you nutrients like lean protein and those amazing omega-3s, and bring a vibrant, clean taste to your meals. Imagine a sandwich filled with tender, homemade chicken, crisp lettuce, and fresh tomato, seasoned with a sprinkle of pepper. Simple, delicious, and deeply nourishing. 5. Dining out dilemmas. Restaurant breads and sauces, the stealthy starters, and your empowering strategy. Ah, the joy of dining out. It's a treat, a chance to relax, to be served, to savor. And restaurants, bless their culinary hearts, are masters at creating delicious, memorable experiences. But, and this is a big but, they are also often massive contributors of salt, and in ways so subtle and unsuspected, they can genuinely catch us off guard. Let's start with that warm, inviting bread basket that magically appears at your table. Oh, it's delicious, isn't it? The aroma, the soft texture. But that bread is often surprisingly loaded with salt. Bakers use it not just to enhance flavor, but crucially for dough structure and to help it rise beautifully. And then, of course, there's the butter, often salted, that accompanies it. But the real sneak, the truly potent salt source, lies in many restaurant sauces. Those creamy concoctions, the rich gravies, the complex reductions, they are often absolute salt factories. They're meticulously designed for maximum taste impact, that immediate wow factor, which, unfortunately, often translates directly to maximum sodium. Even seemingly healthy choices, like a grilled chicken breast, can be swimming in salty marinades or dressings that are cooked right into the dish, completely invisible to you, yet silently adding a hefty dose of sodium. Your simple, powerful strategy. When you're dining out, this is a remarkably simple yet incredibly powerful move. Just politely ask for no bread. Or, if you simply can't resist, just one small piece. You don't need to fill up on it, and right there, you've saved yourself a huge amount of hidden sodium before your main course even arrives. For any sauces, whether it's a vibrant salad dressing, a rich gravy, or a creamy topping, always ask them on the side. This puts you firmly in control of how much you use. And you'll often be surprised at how little you actually need to get that satisfying burst of flavor. It's about conscious enjoyment. Your second smart play. Don't be shy, my friend. Be assertive yet kind when you order. Tell your server, could I please have my dish prepared without any added salt? Or could you ask the chef to go very light on the salt? Most reputable chefs and restaurants are more than happy to accommodate such requests, especially when you frame it as a health preference. Opt for dishes that feature grilling, roasting, or steaming, focusing on the natural flavors of fresh ingredients. Then ask for simple flavor enhancers like lemon wedges, fresh herbs, or a drizzle of plain olive oil, instead of those heavy, often very salty sauces. Imagine a perfectly grilled fish with a squeeze of fresh lemon and a sprinkle of parsley. Pure, unadulterated flavor. 6. The Mindless Munchies. Packaged snacks, crunchy deception, and wholesome alternatives. Okay, now let's wander into the alluring, often irresistible snack aisle. Chips, pretzels, crackers, even some granola bars that wear a disguise of being innocent and healthy. These items are, for the most part, cunningly designed to be incredibly addictive, and salt plays a colossal, undeniable role in that. That satisfying crunch, combined with the savory, often slightly sweet hit, makes it incredibly difficult to stop at just one, right? It's a sensory trap. But here's the rub. A single serving of these snacks, which is almost always much smaller than you think, can quickly put a big, unexpected dent in your daily sodium budget. You grab a handful, then another, and suddenly you've consumed a shocking amount of salt without even truly registering it. It's mindless munching at its most impactful. Even products cleverly marketed as light or reduced fat can still be astonishingly high in salt. Why? Because manufacturers often remove the fat, which carries flavor, and then replace it with other flavor enhancers, including sodium, to maintain that appealing taste. So don't let those marketing tricks fool you. Your best strategy? The absolute best approach, the one that truly nurtures your heart, is to keep fresh fruit and crunchy veggie sticks readily on hand. Think about crisp carrot sticks, cool cucumber slices, or sweet, juicy apple wedges. These offer that deeply satisfying natural crunch, a burst of sweetness or refreshing hydration, and they are incredibly good for you. They're bursting with vitamins, essential fiber, and absolutely zero added sodium. Make it easy on yourself. Wash and pre-cut them, then keep them in clear containers in your fridge for effortless, guilt-free grabbing whenever a craving strikes. Another delightful option. Unsalted nuts or seeds are simply excellent choices. A small handful of almonds, walnuts, or pumpkin seeds delivers healthy fats, vital protein, and a wonderful texture without any hidden salt. Or consider air-popped popcorn. It's incredibly light, wonderfully satisfying, and you have complete control over the seasoning. You can add just a tiny, tiny sprinkle of salt if you wish, or, even better, experiment with other flavorings. Nutritional yeast, for example, offers a cheesy, savory flavor without the sodium. A dash of chili powder can give it a lively kick. Imagine the simple joy of a bowl of fresh, air-popped popcorn, lightly seasoned with your favorite salt-free spices. 7. The Salad Saboteurs, store-bought dressings and marinades, flavor fakers, and your fresh culinary revival. Here we are, my friend, at the last of our 5 major salt offenders, and this one has a particular knack for catching people by surprise. You're being healthy, you think, by having a big, vibrant salad, right? And yes, for the most part, you absolutely are. But then, with a flourish, you pour on that store-bought dressing, and often, without even realizing the impact, you're adding a significant load of hidden salt, along with extra sugar and sometimes unhealthy fats. It's like taking 2 wonderful healthy steps forward, only to take 1 or even 2 steps back for your heart. The same sneaky scenario plays out with many pre-made marinades you find on store shelves, often used for chicken, fish, or other proteins. They rely heavily on sodium, not just to infuse flavor quickly, but also to tenderize the meat, making it seem more appealing. It's a convenient shortcut, yes, but one that unfortunately comes at a substantial cost to your long-term heart health. If you take a quiet moment to really check those labels, and I encourage you to do so, you'll often find that just 2 tablespoons of many popular dressings or marinades can contain hundreds of milligrams of sodium. That adds up shockingly fast, often completely overshadowing the natural goodness of your fresh, wholesome food. Your incredible culinary revival. This tip is incredibly easy, wonderfully empowering, and truly transformative. Whip up your own vinaigrette. It literally takes mere minutes, and the difference is profound. Start with a good quality olive oil. Add a generous splash of vinegar. Apple cider, balsamic, or red wine vinegar all work beautifully, each offering a different nuance. A bright, zesty squeeze of fresh lemon, a pinch of freshly ground black pepper, and some dried herbs like oregano or basil. Whisk it all together until it's beautifully emulsified. It's fresh, it's delicious, it's bursting with natural flavor, and most importantly, it's completely sodium controlled because you are the chef. You decide what goes in. Imagine the vibrant taste of fresh greens dressed in a homemade vinaigrette where every flavor sings. Another smart flavor infusion. For marinades, wholeheartedly ditch those salty bottled versions. Instead, embrace the power of fresh, natural ingredients. Use the lively tang of citrus juices, lemon, lime, or orange, coupled with fragrant, fresh minced garlic, a hint of grated ginger, and a generous mix of fresh or dried herbs like earthy rosemary, delicate thyme, or bright cilantro. These natural wonders not only tenderize your meat or fish beautifully, but also infuse them with amazing complex flavors without needing a single gram of added salt. Let your food luxuriate in these vibrant flavors for at least 30 minutes or even an hour, allowing the ingredients to truly marry. You'll discover a depth of flavor you never knew was possible. Try. Make a small batch of homemade lemon herb vinaigrette. Just good olive oil, fresh lemon juice, a pinch of dried basil, and some black pepper. Taste it and you'll be amazed how much vibrant flavor you get without any extra salt. 8. Reawakening your palate. The Salt Taste Bud Reset. A journey to true flavor. Now, my dear friend, here's a truly high-leverage tip, one that most folks don't even begin to consider, yet it holds immense power. You know that familiar feeling, don't you, when you try something that's been labeled low sodium and it just tastes, well, bland, or maybe even a bit strange, like something is missing? That's not because the food itself inherently lacks flavor. Oh no, it's because your incredible taste buds have simply become accustomed, almost addicted to a lot of salt. Over the years, our palates, like sensitive instruments, adapt to whatever we feed them most consistently. If you're regularly enjoying high-sodium foods, your taste buds gradually become desensitized. They start needing more and more salt, a stronger and stronger punch, just to register flavor at all. It's like turning up the volume on a radio so high that you can't hear the subtle melodies anymore. The truly wonderful news, the empowering truth, is this: your taste buds are amazingly resilient, and they can be completely retrained. It takes a little patience, certainly not a miracle cure, but it's an incredibly powerful process, a journey of rediscovery, and absolutely worth every moment. You'll begin to taste the authentic, subtle nuances of your food again, flavors you might have forgotten or never even truly noticed. How do you embark on this delicious journey? Don't even think about going cold turkey. That's a surefire recipe for feeling deprived, for feeling like you're missing out, and that's not what we want. Instead, approach it gently. Start by simply cutting your usual added salt, whether you sprinkle it while cooking or add it at the table, by about half. So, if you usually reach for a full teaspoon, try just half. If you tend to sprinkle generously, try a much lighter hand. Take it slow. Make these gradual, almost imperceptible shifts. What's incredible is that after just a few weeks, sometimes even sooner, foods you once thought desperately needed more salt will suddenly taste perfectly seasoned, wonderfully flavorful. You'll actually start to taste the food itself, the natural sweetness of crisp carrots, the earthy depth of sautéed mushrooms, the delicate flavors of a perfectly cooked chicken breast, not just the overwhelming punch of salt. It's a complete game changer, like clearing a foggy window to reveal a vibrant, colorful landscape you hadn't seen before. 9. Deciphering the code, the power of the label, what your heart needs you to look for. Okay, my friend, picture this common scene. You're standing in the grocery store aisle, perhaps a bit overwhelmed by choices, looking at a product, and you want to know, truly know, if it's high in salt. Don't just glance at the front of the package. That's often where all the marketing hype lives, designed to catch your eye with pretty pictures and vague feel-good claims. That's just the cover story. Your real power comes from flipping that package over. Look for the nutrition facts panel. It's usually on the back or side, a little box of vital information. This, my dear friend, is your secret weapon, your personal decoder ring in the battle against hidden salt. Find the line that clearly says sodium. That number, typically measured in milligrams, mg, tells you exactly how much salt is packed into one single serving of that food. Here's a quick, easy-to-remember rule of thumb, a little guideline to help you navigate. Aim for less than 140 milligrams of sodium per serving for foods that are genuinely labeled low sodium. And if you can find products that boast even less, say under 100 milligrams per serving, those are your true heart-friendly heroes, the shining stars of the grocery aisle. Now, a word of caution. Be wary of terms like reduced sodium. That phrase simply means the product has less sodium than its original full salt version. It doesn't necessarily mean it's low overall. It could still be quite high. It's a clever trick. The most profoundly important thing, something I can't stress enough, is to always, always pay close attention to the serving sizes listed on that label. A seemingly small bag of crunchy chips might look like a single serving snack, but that label could very well declare 2 servings, instantly, deceptively doubling the sodium you think you're getting. So, before anything else, check that serving size, then diligently check the sodium content. You are now armed with knowledge. To practice, take any packaged item from your pantry or fridge right now. Flip it over, find the sodium line on the nutrition facts panel, and just get used to looking for it. It's a simple habit that offers huge returns for your health. 10. Your kitchen's secret garden. Herbs, spices, and citrus. A symphony of flavor, no salt required. So, my friend, if we're gently, smartly cutting back on salt, how on earth do we make our food taste utterly amazing, truly burst with flavor? This is where your kitchen transforms from just a place to cook into a vibrant, exciting playground of pure, natural flavor. Think of your spice rack not just as a collection of dusty jars, but as your new secret garden, your personal arsenal of deliciousness, truly. Paprika, smoked, sweet, or hot, garlic powder, never garlic salt, onion powder, cumin, fragrant oregano, bright basil, a warming dash of chili powder, or even exotic curry powder. These are all pure flavor powerhouses, and guess what? Absolutely no salt required. They add incredible depth, warmth, a hint of excitement, and complex layers to any dish you create. Don't be afraid to experiment a little. Try a sprinkle of garlic powder in your morning scrambled eggs, or a generous dash of smoked paprika over your roasted vegetables. Your taste buds will thank you. But wait, there's more. Citrus, my dear friend, is about to become your absolute best, most indispensable kitchen companion. A fresh, zesty squeeze of lemon or lime juice over a piece of baked fish, grilled chicken, steamed green beans, or even a simple bowl of soup can instantly brighten everything up without adding a single drop of sodium. It's like a burst of sunshine for your taste buds, making flavors pop and sing. And please don't overlook the humble yet mighty vinegars. Apple cider vinegar for a gentle tang, balsamic for a rich sweetness, or red wine vinegar for a robust kick. A splash of any of these can add amazing tang, crucial depth, and wonderful complexity to almost any savory dish, from hearty stews to light salad dressings. Finally, let's celebrate fresh herbs. They are simply incredible. Think vibrant parsley, aromatic cilantro, delicate dill, subtle chives, or refreshing mint. Chop them up finely and stir them into your dishes right before serving for an astonishing burst of vibrant freshness and intoxicating aroma. They truly elevate a simple, wholesome dish to something exquisitely special. These simple, natural additions will help you completely forget you're even thinking about cutting back on salt. Instead, you'll be too busy savoring the rich, authentic flavors. Try chopping a small bunch of fresh parsley and sprinkling it generously over your next dinner, whether it's pasta, chicken, or vegetables. You'll truly see how it freshens up the taste in a way salt never could. 11. The gentle approach. Small steps, immense heart health. Your path to lasting well-being. All right, my dear friend, we've shared quite a journey today, uncovering some hidden truths and discovering wonderfully simple solutions. But here's the most important takeaway, the heartfelt message I truly want you to carry with you. This isn't about perfection. Absolutely not. It's not about agonizing over every single speck of salt or feeling miserable and deprived. That's not sustainable, and it's not how we want to live. Instead, this is about gentle, consistent progress. It's about taking one smart swap at a time, one meal at a time, one conscious choice at a time. Trying to overhaul everything overnight is a surefire way to set yourself up for frustration, for feeling overwhelmed, and for giving up. Please don't do that to yourself. Instead, pick just one or two of the salt offenders we talked about today. Maybe it's those canned soups you love, or perhaps the deli meat in your weekly sandwiches. And focus your energy there first. Get comfortable with those specific swaps. Let your amazing taste buds gradually adjust to these new vibrant flavors. Then, when you truly feel ready, easily add another small change. Every single small reduction in salt you make starts to make a powerful difference within your body. Even these tiny, consistent changes can begin to gently lower your blood pressure, reduce that uncomfortable swelling in your ankles and feet, and generally lighten the immense workload on your precious heart. Your heart, that tireless, faithful muscle, is going to absolutely thank you for giving it a well-deserved break, for making its job a little easier every single day. Think of it not as a restriction, but as a profound act of self-care, of giving your body a little less hard work to do, allowing it to function with greater ease and efficiency. These aren't just minor diet adjustments. They are profound investments in your long-term health, in your boundless energy, and in the beautiful quality of your life for all the vibrant years to come. You've truly got this, my friend. Keep those small, gentle steps going and watch the immense, enduring heart health benefits beautifully unfold before your eyes. And speaking of feeling good, if you've ever been jolted awake by that sudden, painful cramp in your leg, you are absolutely not alone. Our next video, Leg Cramps at Night, 7 Gentle Moves to Ease Them Safely, will show you exactly what to do to find sweet relief. Tap the card on your screen now to watch it and start feeling better.